I know you're in the UK for work, but where are you now? Well, you're on mute.
I'm in Manchester because I teach at the Royal Northern College of Music, and I also teach in London at the Guildhall, and I live in London.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in France or somewhere today. You're in town.
Yeah, I'm in Manchester today.
You're in Manchester today. We have Timothy Cheek is with me. He's a professor of diction and many things here on the faculty at the University of Michigan. And we have two of the three young people who we're going to talk to today. Would you introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from? Either one can start.
I can start.
Okay.
So my name is Sophie and I'm currently in Manchester in the United Kingdom.
Where do you go to school?
I go to the Royal Northern College of Music in Manchester.
Great.
Great. Sophie, can you tell us your last name?
So it's Sophie Iliaifar.
Iliaifar.
Iliaifar. Great.
And Evgenya?
Hi, my name is Evgenya and I'm currently near Lake Constance.
Okay, where do you go to school?
In Trossingen, that's near Lake Constance.
What's the name of your school?
University of Music, Trossingen.
Okay, thank you. And your last name? Did you get her last name?
Your last name?
Kühme.
Cool.
Kühme.
My colleague a couple of years ago approached me. He teaches the Czech diction course, Czech literature and diction, and as a part of his course, he was talking about the relationship between Burley and Dvorak. Yes, thank you. So would you tell us about what inspired you with that?
Okay. So this is a Czech vocal literature class. So what I did was some of my students, Michigan students, we teamed up with a school in the Czech Republic in Brno, the Academy of Music. And so some of my music students, Michigan students, worked with some voice majors, Czech native voice majors, on Dvorak songs. They helped them with pronunciation and with the style and the historical context, etc. And so the exchange was the Czech singers sang songs, learned songs by Harry T. Burley, and the Michigan singers helped them with those songs. And it worked beautifully, wonderful, wonderful music, and I think Dvorak and Burley were smiling from heaven.
That's right.
This
That's
exchange,
right.
it was really wonderful.
But then he started the next phase of it. He approached me and talked about going to Italy and working with some of the Italian students. So if you
this was in my Italian diction class. So we teamed up with an old colleague of mine who teaches at the conservatory in Florence, Italy. And so some of my Michigan students worked individually, one-on-one, on their own time, with native Italian voice students in Florence. And the Italians helped them with Italian diction, style, real deep understanding of the text, historical context. And then we switched, exchanged. Italian singers learned songs by African American composers. Michigan students helped them with those. And it worked beautifully. And also put all of this repertoire on equal footing. Was fantastic.
absolutely. So what a creative diction professor to come up with the idea and find a way to incorporate other repertoire, particularly African American. So it was because of his initiatives with that he approached me and said, why don't we add an international division with the George Shirley competition? So I went with him to Florence this year. We worked with about 20 students in the Florence Conservatory, and I worked on my own with students in Ghana. So we are beginning to spread the word that African American music really is for everyone. It's a way for us to teach the history of American music and culture to these other countries. So we're thrilled. Any luck with John?
He's not answering.
Can't find John. All right, so we will. Yes.
I just wanted to say that also Burley and one of his songs, I think it's called The Young Soldier or something like that, was quite famous in Italy and became a sort of calling
Right.
for calling card for young Italian soldiers. I can't remember. I think it was the First World. I think it was the
Yes,
First World
it was
War.
World War I, and that they actually knew it in Italian before they knew it in the United States and England, in English.
That's right.
So we're, my colleagues, the reason that they are, two of the judges that we've asked to be a part of it is, believe it or not, Professor Harper and I are from the same hometown, in Virginia.
We are indeed. We are indeed.
We are. That's how I met him as an adult. He came up to me and said he was from my hometown. I said, what? But he's been living in, obviously in England for the UK for a long time. But his interest and love of African American music is the reason that I invited him, and the wonderful work that he is doing in the UK to promote the African American song. Christy and I are a part of a working group that is looking at Black song, what it is, and so she has had a wonderful commitment along with Thomas Hampson in terms of American music and particularly Black music. So there's a reason we're the team that looked at this music, and we hope that this division will grow into the future as it's still brand new. So the way this works is online, the contestants submitted 2 pieces, and it had to be a student who is not living or working or in school in the United States. So there are, as you notice, many international students that are here, and they are involved in American institutions. So that's how we differentiate it, is you have to be elsewhere. And you only have to submit 2 pieces, and then they were judged online by the 3 of them, and invited to come and be with us. The last students are here with us. And from that will be the 3 prizes awarded, or 2 prizes awarded, the 2 $500 prizes that we're hoping to grow. Again, that's going to grow along with this division. So this is, as I said, brand new. So what we usually do is we're going to show a video of the contestants, the 2 videos that the contestants submitted, and then the judges will have an opportunity to give feedback to the contestants, and then you will get the written feedback, but they'll just give you some general feedback about your performance. And at the top of the hour at 4, we will announce the winners along with the other winners of the competition. Okay? Does that work? It doesn't mean they have to have a link, doesn't it?
I can email them a live stream link.
Can you do that? Okay. So I'm going to step out so I can finish tabulating so that we can actually have this done in the next close, but I got about 45 more minutes worth of work to do so that we can start our time. So I'm going to ask my colleague to continue for the rest of the time, and I did listen to your videos, and I want to say congratulations. Keep singing this music. You both did a beautiful job, all 3 of you, with this music, and I'll see you at 4, okay? All right, I'll turn it over to you, Tim, and I'll get out of the way.
Okay, I think we can start with one of the videos. we stop there a second? Can we see the other people? Beautiful, beautiful singing. That was Evgenya, right? Yes, really, really beautiful. We will have comments from the three judges sent to you digitally, but just a few general things. Just really enjoyed the sound of your voice, the passion, the commitment, and thank you in the first song, which was called Night by Florence Price. The very end, for those two Ds on the wearied day, because it's so easy it can sound like the weary day. It was so clear and clean. Christy, is there like a general comment you'd like to give? I'm saving the details for later. You'll get those emails.
Sure. Yeah. It was so wonderful to hear you sing, and I can tell that you feel passionate about this music, so I really hope that you continue to sing these songs. I think there is a little bit of a risk when you're singing, especially American English, that it becomes very forward in the mask. And I would suggest maybe a little less of that kind of forward articulation, and it doesn't have to be very American sounding, maybe, is what I'm thinking. But I think you know, please keep going with these songs. You sound really lovely, and I think they'll be great on some programs for you.
Yes, Michael?
Yes, Evgenya, I think you have a really, really beautiful voice. You know, obviously it's a young voice that's going to really grow, and I think I loved especially the deep part of your low voice and how clear it was. What I would say is, go into detail just a little bit, is that I was thinking in Night, for instance, halfway through, you looked like going on in the song, and it was so amazing when you got that idea that I wish you'd actually started with the idea. But I think when you're standing in front of a camera, it's kind of hard to sort of immediately connect with people. So I think this kind of situation where we are in with the world where we're doing everything on camera is really very weird and artificial. And just in the Song to the Dark Virgin, thou da there are 4 beats on the first thing. But otherwise, it really, really beautifully sung, and I loved, especially in the second part, how your voice connected up from the top to the bottom, and that lovely rich sound on top as well. So thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the second. This is Sophie. Second video.
Oh,
very much. It's so beautiful. Again, so committed and passionate and very moving. Just a couple of general comments from me. Singing is always such a balancing act in so many ways. And one is balancing legato and text. If you go too far in the direction of text, we tend to lose some of the legato. If we do legato, we lose some of the text. In this case, I would like more legato, but also more inflection. For example, some words like dearest, it's too much dearest, roses, sort of roses, just a little more attention to the inflection within the beautiful, beautiful legato. Christy?
I absolutely agree with Tim, and you have such a beautiful lyricism to your voice, beautiful instrument. The songs, I think, are very well chosen. I do agree, maybe to add to what Tim is saying with the storytelling aspect, could be a little bit more glimmer in your eyes or a little facial expression that can also add to that. And one sort of specific thing is, that's a really tough start to Unmindful of the Roses on that E and on a glottal, and it's not great. So, if I may make a suggestion, just something maybe to try is, rather than breathing and then holding the breath and then starting the phrase, to breathe and sing immediately, to keep the breath moving as if you've just had that thought. Sometimes that can help with difficult entries and to keep the overall phrase moving. But thank you so much for bringing these beautiful songs.
Michael?
Yeah, Sophie, I think you have a really, really lovely voice, beautiful voice. But I would agree that I wanted to see some more of the drama of the text. And again, standing in front of this artificial screen, singing to people isn't ideal. And but I think there is more detail in the text and more storytelling that can be done. And in fact, you know, the second song is a happy song. It's not sad. It sounds sad, but in fact, she's saying, happily may remember, happily may forget. And so it doesn't really kind of, she wants you not to be sad for her. And I think that's, the text says it all over, but the melody doesn't. And so you have to find that balance between the two so that you tell the story that is meant to be told from the text, not just from the music. So, I mean, again, a stunning voice, but you could, in the prelude, interludes, and the postlude, keep telling the story in your face and body. And I know it's on the way, it's just that you just need to start thinking about that more clearly. Yeah? Lovely singing, though. Yeah?
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you very much. John is not here, but I think it'd be wonderful to watch his videos and listen. He's from, his recording is from Nigeria. Okay, it's too bad John could not join us, but it's wonderful to hear all these recordings. And I look forward to seeing you, or knowing that you'll be there at 4 o'clock, tuning in to the announcements of the winners and the final concert. Thank you very much for coming. Is there anything else? Anything else we should you'd like to say, or
Any questions?
any questions?
Is the link the same for the announcements?
I will email you the live. It's a live stream link, so I will email that to you.
Okay, the link is a live stream link, so it will be emailed to all of you. Okay,
Great.
and also to John in case he can.
Yes.
He can come. Okay, great. Mhm. Okay, and that will be in just less than 20 minutes.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you again. This is wonderful.
Thank you. Well done, both of
Thank
you.
you so much. Yeah, I agree completely. Well done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope you keep singing this music because there's so much more. And Willie's doesn't say that they're not just African Americans, they're also composers in Europe and in Africa and all over the world who are of African heritage. And that's the work that I'm doing in Britain to make sure that we gather this stuff at the Royal Northern College of Music. So we have a repository here and a competition here to promote this music. So,
All right.
so
Fantastic.
yeah.
I think
That's
that deserves applause.
Yeah, and I hope to get Louise here. And I hope to get Louise here.